Welcome to a brand new story. Hopefully you may well enjoy. The old bull elephant had not seen another of his kind in 3 days. His name, though no human had ever known it, was carried in low rumbles beneath his ribs, a name shaped by dust storms and river crossings. His tusks were worn and blunted at the tips, one cracked from a long-ago fight near the banks of the Zambezi River. His ears were scarred maps of seasons survived. And now, with slow, deliberate steps, he walked north toward a place older than memory. The herd had left him at dawn without ceremony. That was the way of elephants. The young mothers had circled him once, brushing their trunks against his cheeks. A calf had tried to tug his tail. Then they moved on, following the reins. He did not follow. The air was heavy with the promise of heat. Far off, a lone acacia stood crooked against the horizon, and beyond it the faint blue shadow of distant highlands. The old bull paused, lifted his trunk, and tasted the wind. That was when he felt her, not as a voice, not as a vision, but as a vast, patient awareness beneath his feet. The earth hummed. He lowered his head, and through the pads of his feet, he sensed a rhythm older than migration trails. The ground vibrated with a steady, comforting pulse, like the heartbeat of the world itself. Gaia. The ancient presence did not command him. She did not pull him like a rope. Instead, she aligned the stones under his path, softened the ground where his joints ached most, and stirred a faint mineral scent in the air, subtle guidance toward the hidden valley, where elephants went when their time drew near. He moved again. Dust rose around his legs in quiet clouds. No engine roared in the distance. No metallic scent drifted through the wind. For years he had avoided the two-legged ones. He remembered the thundersticks and the sharp sting in his flank. He remembered the panic of his herd and the echo of a fallen brother. But today, the land was mercifully empty. The migratory patterns had shifted. The roads lay far away. Even the air seemed to shield him. Gaia's doing. As the sun climbed high, he reached a narrow ravine carved by forgotten floods. The descent was steep. His knees trembled. He hesitated. A breeze slipped down the ravine, cool and damp. It carried the scent of water hidden somewhere below, and something else. Bone. Not the sharp fear scent of fresh death. This was different. Dry. Ancient. Sun-bleached and patient. His heart thudded slower, but not from fear. From recognition. He stepped carefully down the slope. Pebbles scattered beneath his weight, but the ground held firm where it needed to. Once he stumbled, and a fallen log lay exactly where his trunk could brace against it. Below, the ravine opened into a sheltered basin hidden from the plains above. Tall baobabs curved like guardians around its edges. A small spring trickled from a seam in the rock, pooling into a clear basin before disappearing underground again. And scattered throughout the valley lay ivory arcs, and gentle domes of skulls, half sunken into grass and moss. The elephant graveyard. It was not a place of sorrow. It was quiet, yes, but it was also peaceful, wrapped in birdsong and the murmur of water. No predators lurked here. Even the lions seemed to avoid it, as though they sensed the sacredness. The old bull walked among the remains of his ancestors. He brushed his trunk against a massive skull, its tusks still long and elegant. He remembered stories carried in infrasonic whispers, of a matriarch who had led the herds through a century-long drought. Perhaps this was she. He moved to the spring and drank deeply. The water was cool and sweet. His reflection trembled in its surface. Cloudy eyes, sagging skin, but still immense and dignified. The sun began to lower. He positioned himself beneath a baobab, its thick trunk warm against his flank. His legs folded slowly beneath him. It took effort. A long breath escaped his lungs. The earth's hum grew stronger. Gaia's presence rose like a tide, not to claim him but to cradle him. The roots beneath the soil curled subtly closer. Microbes stirred. Beetles paused in their burrows, sensing the shift. The old bull exhaled once more, a soft rumble that vibrated through the basin and into the bones around him. It was a final greeting, a final acknowledgement. No human marked the moment. No camera recorded it. No map pinpointed the valley's location. The wind erased his tracks along the ravine within hours. Night fell gently. Stars emerged, cold and brilliant, wheeling above the hidden basin. His great body grew still, but nothing was wasted. Gaia received him as she had received countless others. In time, his flesh would feed the soil. The soil would feed the grass. The grass would feed calves not yet born. And somewhere, far from roads and rifles, a young bull would one day pause, lift his trunk to the wind, and feel the faintest vibration beneath his feet. A memory, a path, a promise kept by the living earth. Hopefully you have enjoyed this little tale. Tune in for more stories uploaded daily.